crazy people really think 2K don't got RNG. Back on the screen, Matrix OG, Agent OG. Now, I have a special clip here from Black Cobra, who shows a detailed image of what I am trying to explain to you guys as what RNG is. Now, RNG is a science, it's an AI, it's math. It's so much things together to create a certain system so 2K can run and perform a certain way. Now they've been structuring the RNG even more now. RNG is also the takeover meter going up and down. See, in real life reality, things can change. Things can always almost be infinite. Almost. There is a science to some things, like with NBA games, how it can play out, but things can always change. Miracles, something can always happen. Knicks just came back from a 20-point lead and beat the Boston Celtics that day. So always understand that 2K can't have these types of things sometimes with their system, with how games used to be back in the day. So they had to change and take things out and take things away. Okay, so their game is not just looking like a one-track game, forcing players to try to take other shots. This is why you see players take a little bit more fades this year, and you see a little bit more different things, but it's still not working. People are still trying to play 2K the old way. So Black Cobra said right here, right stick straight up towards the basket, and this is the animation I got. Shout out to bro for trusting me, my bad. So it throws him into an up and under layup. Now here is my key take on what I mean is RNG. Even when Illuminati was trying to take a fade and he was getting his other fade, because there's like 3 fades in the fade package. This is what I mean by depending on what angle, maybe what strength the player had, whatever. There's some type of science going on that forces players into these types of shots. And they're like, yo, I didn't even want to take that. And this is happening more and more. That's always has happened in 2K, because there's just the RNG system. There's always going to be some type of random thing that could happen based off their little computer system, the AI system, something tweak at one moment. But now it's heavier. With whatever they're trying to push with the super realistic basketball, it's 10 times heavier. Here's my thing on how 2K is not fully just going down this super IRL realistic straight basketball. And I have more clips, so keep watching this full video. Because I always bring this. Everybody in the NBA, if you watch NBA games, count how many dunks play off. Count how many times you see a PG at 6'2" dunking the ball all the time. Donovan Mitchell just had a dunk, but it was like 2 out the game. Other shots is layups. More stronger. So by that logic, 2K is not going with the realistic NBA logic within this realistic pro play game that they tried to push out to the masses. They're not going by that logic. It should be way more layups than dunks playing now. Way more attempts to block a layup, because layups get blocked more. It's just like, and that would make you have to have more skill laying up the ball. There's still not even a real magnificent control on being able to switch to the left, to the right hand layups. It's a simple mechanic to be able to do it, but it's still not a crazy control how we should have. How I know, like with technology, we should have more control with how much layups go in, and layups are at the rack and float types of shots, and different types of floaters that's not that high, that's a little bit low, that's like a Jimmy Butler floater. So it's like a lot of stuff that I can always go in detail. Like 2K is making this game more family friendly. This is why everybody dunks. I was just getting on the player, he was trying to go at me crazy. I'm like, yo, everybody goes and tries to dunk within this game. People do that to save themselves 9 times out of time, because it's an easier thing to do. If dunking was hard, just like in the real NBA, like players having to take more skill or just find the right lane or take it at the right time, people will mess up on dunks all the time. But it's very, very easy to just get the little body contact, have strength, and just dunk, having a 90+ dunk. Everybody knows that. And I wanted to come here to show you guys a NBA 2K17 tutorial, dribble tutorial from Hank the Tank, okay? We're going to get to the point where he was doing dribble moves in the my court, and I just wanted you guys to look at how much more the game is snappy. You see how when he did that hesitation and he moved straight to the side, and then there was times where you couldn't do the hesitation depending on how your body was positioned, and you can do it from a diagonal way. Right there, you see how you go straight to the side. You see how the movement is 10 times more snappier. Even when you're just looking at all the other 2Ks, like when they're dribbling, it really looks like their body is planted more to the ground and when they stop and move with their feet. So when I tell people that they added the new foot planting technology, this is something that is new. It's a new technology. It's nothing that's their roots. This is their roots on how the game felt moving around like this. But when they realized players was too good moving super fast like this, they had to change it, because there's some people just naturally on a psychology level. It's just like people who never was good at a fighting combo game like Tekken. People say, oh, how can you compare it? It's just the combos. It's the nature of being able to do patterns with your thumbs within a fast speed. And there's a big gap between people who can come on a video games and do that. That's what people are not understanding. There's a lot of elder players that instantly get cut off. So do you see how people can't cater to 2K? It's fully, when you see how they do that, you see how we end up getting hindered. I'm making the facts all to your mind, guys. Yes, I'm a black guy, still licensed therapist, psychologist, agent, matrix, OG. But many people may not take me serious because I don't have a suit and tie on, but I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Just look at how the movement's more snappier, and Hank wasn't even one of the craziest dribblers who could dribble and put a lot of moves together and just put different combos together, use different sigs and go crazy. He could, but you know, it was just other guys who were even more crazier. 22. So the devs had to get to a point where, like, you know what, we have to slow this game down. These guys each year is just too fast on their game, making it look like this. And then still, even now with the meta, people still can do the same thing, and it just makes the game look bad now. So back then, at least people had the variety. Okay, they took away, started making a slide, took away the control, because honestly, like I told you guys, you may think it's a far reach, but when the park players can play like this and they look the best, they're having all the clout, all the views are going to them. 2K couldn't even bring up certain people to community day because they couldn't trust, just because people have their own clout. They're going to have their own egos. They're going to feel big of them own selves. Look at Duke Dennison now, bigger than Ronnie 2K. Bigger than Mike Wayne. Mike Wayne, yeah, you at 2K and doing your thing, but they bigger. They pockets is probably more swole than them, or damn near on the same level. Something like that is probably more, honestly. So I want you guys to understand, business also the game can also be affected by the business. I already seen it when I'm like, damn, we got all the clout though. Like the devs be looked at as goofies. Ronnie and them, they get looked at as goofies. They clout don't even mean nothing. The logo started fading because Agent and them started dissing 2K all the. So once they did, I'm telling y'all, once they did that, they're like, man, let's try to switch it up with a new route. Everybody has this image of this old 2K when all these goats were there. We can't get that out of their minds. I be trying to tell you, I know this is what it is. They try to bring up these new faces in our face so we can all try to go love them and then watch their content. And then there's this new wave of how people view 2K content. I'm telling y'all, I've been seeing it. Because they could expound. They could have just nerfed certain things players did and expound. It's just like if when LeBron James do his little move, you know, or James Harden little step back move that they try to say is a travel. Perfect example, OG, you are on point. James Harden found a way to be able to legally have his move not be a travel, okay? And that's his move within the league. They're not trying to patch him or do certain things and take it away. You start even seeing other players create other little step backs similar to him. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey. There's many players that do that little gather step back, either left to the right or different ways, directions. They could expound it on that. Whatever they seen Steve do, or we're going to patch like this a little bit, still let it do it, but make it to where it's not OP, so we can at least have this nostalgia of players being their own individual selves on our game. Like, man, no, man, I already know how to have a fire banger game, man. They just have to balance the offense to defense. If a player can play great defense and it realistically matches up his move, if he's doing spamming too much moves or he's doing too much crazy stuff, right? Let's switch it to this one. Realistic player dribble tutorial from 17, because I want to just show you guys a realistic guy instead of a dribble head, so you guys can see I'm showing you guys both of the mixes. People were doing both, okay? It didn't matter. That individuality stand there. Now all you see is the meta, because they feel like that's what works, because 2K is turning down animations. Okay, wait, no, they can double out of that and probably do an extra spin and a crazy move, and then it'll be dribbling longer. Let's tone this animation down. They're doing that instead of making a game where it's full, fresh dribbling moves. And I'm telling y'all, it's affecting everything else, even affecting the shooting. How they have to make sure that this dribble move stops here, so you can't just shoot out of this window gap really quickly. Man, that's so much. I could just ramble on for days, or if I had a dev to debate them, they couldn't hang with me. Okay, so this guy is showing you regular hesitation moves that you could just do, and it was snappier. It wasn't like, oh, you do it and you're stuck into it. No, you could do something right out of it. IRL realistic. Where's he doing the extra spams at? Let me know. Kyrie's moves, they had the moves there. The speed boost didn't look way better back then. When you just seen Russell Westbrook speed boost just now, that looks so much better than what they try to give us now. Like, I'm telling you, players dribble as low as like that. They don't even give us that really as much as no more. Like, I don't know how we are not seeing this. Okay, let me see if I can get up a little bit more advanced when he's doing a little bit more moves. He's just showing people regular crossover moves, how you was able to do this realistically, whatever. You could see it in the game, how it looks. Stephen Curry's moves. He's not a great dribbler, so this is another example of showing you guys how there was old heads out there, or just I don't even want to always compare to old heads, but I don't know what to say. Maybe fundamental player is a better word to say. Fundamental player, but look at the snatchbacks they had. Way better snatchbacks, like cleaner snatchbacks. Not even easier to do, but the mechanic made sense. You just pulled down on the right analog stick. The mechanic made sense and way more. Now you have to hold turbo, make sure you're holding the left stick up. They're doing a whole bunch to slow people down on a psychology, and it's not even they're making gaming no more. Y'all trying to patch something so you can hope that the game ends up looking a certain way by doing the psychology game of changing up controls. And oh my lord, bro, it's so deep, man. I can't even just sit here and do it. I'll be talking here for hours. Okay, so you see this, him doing dribble moves, regular little dribble moves, spin, half spins. Everything was tighter. Everything was tighter. Now I want you guys to watch this. This is a guy who does dribbling in NBA 2K. Yeah, man, and he puts the fastest dribble moves, tall guards in this thing. And I want you guys just to watch the gameplay. You guys just watched a good amount of 17. If you actually sat and had your mind focused on it, you have to do that, or you're not going to be able to see the difference with just in subtle movements, or just how the players are more slidey on the court. Look at the feet, right? Look at when they're doing moves. Look how the moves is limited. He's not able to combo up as much as they'll show you in the tutorial. You watch any tutorial on NBA 2K25, they're showing clips. They're spamming their moves up, but they're taking their time to spam it up and showing clips. When you watch real in-game and watch players playing, you don't see a lot of that. It's more so bumps, clunky. Like, look, you see how he's stopping right there? He didn't want to do that animation. This is how I show you guys, like, it's so much. That's what people would more so call RNG, because it's not really going into a flow. It's weird. It's like a weird thing that makes you get stuck, and it's like weird. But look at it. When he's coming up right here and he's doing this combo right here, like boom, boom. He's trying to do, look right here. He was trying to do another move. He wasn't trying to do this, but he got stuck within that animation. This is what we're talking about, that 2K is starting to do. More so back then, the combos were more responsive and snappier. It's like it's being less responsive right here. He gets stuck, but he knows how to dribble, so he just does a speed boost out of it. Then he comes back up to here to try to reset. Look how slower the game is. Same stuff we see all the time. The behind the back Garland to the Luka snatch back to the 3. That's the most we have. It's not dribbling anymore, like how we used to say, oh, he's a dribbler. It's not that. You can't see too many creative patterns. When a player's trying to get to their shot, it's that Luka snatchback, that Garland. There's a few other players who I see who have a different little bag and they do something that's creative. And 2K has been making it like that since 23. Man, 24 had a little bit of, like, it started spreading out again, but then they reverted it back to 25 again. 25 is like 23 and 21 next gen mixed together. It's literally like that, I'm telling you. With how they got the automatic strong handles, 21 next gen had a certain animation just like that, just so you could just dribble through people and weird stuff, bro. Like, look at this. Look at the dribbling. Look how he has to run away, behind the back, does that little crab move to the shot, and then his hands come all the way down like this. Like, look how ugly they have made 2K look. I'm telling y'all, this is like a test demo we're playing on, and it's like they know the only basketball game is Probably not enough smarter dudes like Mike Wayne to make another game maybe or something like that in the world. I don't know. I honestly believe it's just sanctioned. Nobody else can. They don't have the rights to the license. Look at this. This is what I talk about, how the game is just, look, does this little crab move, but you see how there's not a lot of combos being spammed? Go watch tutorials. I guarantee you'll see so much combos. It looks like there's so many combos being spammed. When you watch a real in-game and people playing D, you can't even do that. Based off of how the attributes, people have their stats set and all that, you can't. You do it against bums that ain't playing no D real D. Now look, but mostly you need screens and stuff based off of what's guarding you. Now look when he shoots this ball. Look at this. Why don't he still, like, why don't 2K have it to where, like, our hand is out still? Doing the duck moves, like, look at his hands. This nigga, what? Look, this nigga is like this. What type of animation, like, do y'all see how detailed I am and how I pay attention? This is the little type of shit that turns me off with the game. Little subtle shit like this. What is this? Look at the boy's hands. Who you ever see shoot a jump shot and they leaning back like this and they looking like this? The ugliest animation in the game, and every build shoots like this when you shoot a shot, depending on how you stop yourself and plant yourself and shoot. He's in his regular jump shot form. When he goes up, that's what I say, we're really not using NBA players jump shot like how it used to be, even coming down to the landing point. Like, look at this. That's the regular jump shot form. This is a room. Now you go back to the form everybody gets that animation coming down landing. It looks so stupid. Ah, man. Go back to normal. And y'all, I just want you guys to really understand, like, they're going to, this is what makes me realize, like, this is a test. They watching how we playing this year. They have a whole bunch of changes they can make really, really quickly. They could change the speed and the game feels totally different. And certain things they could do within a click right now and the game will feel totally different. So that's why I tell people, like, yeah, we can't even, like, you have to be able to understand when I'm saying it's a demo mode type game. Certain years I could feel when it's solid and they got it because everybody's playing it. Like 22 and 24 was damn near solid. People just didn't like the environment, but it was there enough to where many of people were playing it still and doing crazy videos and still going crazy on it. You know, what was that thing called? No money spent. People started, like, it was still crazy things people were doing in the game, making it go crazy, making it look crazy. Look at this other guard dribbling. You see how it moves? It looked like he getting stuck. He's stuck right there. It never looked like this, bro. 2K never has ever looked like this to where it's like this. People are just doing go-to shots trying to get into a spot. Like, never. Look at this. 22. The game has never looked like this. It's like, it don't look too bad to me to where it's like I can't play 2K and I can't enjoy it. But it's like I could see so much more better potential with the movement. Look how everybody's using that little garland behind the back, man. It's so disgusting when you have to just watch gameplay looking like this. Why don't we have better moves? Because they know, like, yo, if they make certain shit, we just chain together and make it look crazy. So they have to slow baby feed us with different moves and different launches. That's ass, bro. Like I said, 25 different speed boost launches. You get lower, higher, a high one, like I don't know, like 25 different ones. Like 20, it should be so much different moves, bro. We can't even get through all the moves throughout the year, and there's new moves to be undiscovered all the time. That's how 2K should always be, bro. It's basketball. It's an infinite type of game. Oh my god, bro. They have to stop trying to do this limiting shit and just, oh, strictly all NBA. Like, no, y'all can make so much more money, have a game looking so much more beautiful. They used to use like Bone Collector and them. Y'all don't remember that? They used to use those people's like animations and stuff like that and make a mocap and stuff like that. They don't even do it no more because they like, yo, we just want to get the control. We want this E-League to pop. Like, yo, they don't want to give the people the power it's looking like, in a way. If they do, they want it in their way, meaning people are playing in a realistic NBA looking-ish way, but I don't feel it's gonna fully work. I feel like it's gonna get there, but they're gonna have to have some form of arcadiness to the game. And then when they do their little events and have their little NBA things and pro matches, there will be certain restrictions or, you know, maybe some type of rules. Like, it'll go back to that point, because it's always like that any 2K year, kind of, really. But it'll be some type of boundaries or some type of things they can set, or maybe you have to play away. We'll probably go back to that old moral system way where they know they have a game where people probably could do some glitchy things up the court and stuff. It doesn't mean you're going to be better than the other team. It could waste time and stuff, but you could still end up losing. The game used to be like that. I think NBA 2K20 was the best year. There were dribble gods still in that game. People could still go crazy, do the dribble god stuff, but it wasn't a great thing for them to do if they wasn't really super skilled at it. And still, even still, a top dribbler would just do more coordinate moves to score on you, because they know if you're a lock and they do a certain move where they show the ball in front of your face to look flashy, you pluck them. So it used to be certain things like that to slow it down, you know. I just feel like 2K wanted to take that power away. So I hope you guys could really get another glimpse of RNG right here. NBA 2K26, listen, RNG is always in 2K. I keep trying to express that to people. It's just certain little things that they'll have. Like, we have to understand that. Even like when it came down to whites is like RNG. People have to understand this. So you'll get a rant. Like, for example, RNG can help you. Like, for example, whites. Think about when a player misses and he can't make no shots. He's not even getting RNG to help him. You understand that? He's not even getting RNG to help him. When he makes a white, it's probably because the system reads, oh, he's wide open, nobody's on him, he has this percentage 3 ball, has his boost on, has his badge hot, or maybe he has 2 of his bars up, we'll let the white go. That's RNG. We'll give him a random generated number of 65. Add it to your already existing stats. We'll go in white. That's how it plays out. Something similar to like that. I can't tell y'all the exact math, but it's something definitely like that. I promise you. It's a duality type of thing, an RNG system. It favors on both sides, good, bad. So they just have to get to a point where they make things more free. They take less of it out of the shooting and the dribbling. They added more to it, to the shooting and the dribbling. Cancel out the animations, how slow animation when the player with this type of perimeter defense bumps you, how your dribbling move ends up playing out this time. It's so much. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I got more coming, man. I'm hot right now. I'm gonna keep going. I'm super hot. Look at the gameplay difference. Look at the snappiness. Look how players are more slidey. You don't see players just average players using the same move. That little behind the back garland. Hit the like, subscribe, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. And players just dunking. Oh, dunk meter every PG, like.